Hey yo, check 1 2. This is Flavor Flav in the building. Welcome to the Flavor Flav Show, the original podcast. Right now, next up on my stage, who I want to bring inside my studio. That's right, G. One of my old-time homies. And not only that, but he's a 4-time NBA champion. You know what I'm saying? And without further ado, I want to bring to everybody in the world right now, my man, my homie Stromy, my main macaroni, John Salley. Yo, John.
What's up? That's a hell of an intro. I like
What's
that.
up, bro? How you doing, man? I'm good,
You
man.
got taller.
Huh?
No, you didn't.
I got taller and you got smaller. How's that?
I'm good.
Hey yo, come over here, man. Come here for a minute, man. I want everybody to see who I'm with right now. That's right. John Salley, everybody. Flavor Flav in the building.
It's going vegan.
That's right. It's going vegan and it's going down. And guess what? I ain't sitting in the loft. You know why? Because y'all ain't think that I could pull this off. Yo, John, thank you for coming to my studio, man.
This is really dope.
Thank you, family.
And you have this strawberry. Do these people sponsor you?
Huh?
They should sponsor you.
Yo,
See how I do that?
Hey, guess what?
This is good.
They just sent this stuff over to me right now, John.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Word up.
Lollipop? Lollipop.
It's called Olipop. So
Whoa, this is good.
to everybody that eats lollipops, now we got something to drink called Olipops. Hey, yo, thanks for coming to my studio,
Thank you,
bro.
man. Yo, this is dope.
Thank you,
I
man.
like the colors, the lights.
Thank you, fam.
This is like
Thank
something
you.
I should steal and put in my house.
See, I got taller, he got smaller. Yes, y'all. Yo, have a seat, bro. Have a seat, man. Let's sit down and chat. Damn, Flavor Flav, man. Got John Salley in my spot. Woo! Okay. Hey, yo, check 1 2, everybody. Welcome to the Flavor Flav Show. And I got my boy in the building, John Salley.
What's up, fam?
I'm good, family. How you doing? Thank
Man.
you for coming. Thank you for coming by my spot, man.
Man, I watched your show. 2 of my favorite people, you and Bootsy. When I saw that, I was like, Chuck D put me in contact with Flav. So when we started that text,
Yeah.
and everybody got to understand, their texts back and forth are as funny as their banter.
Who, me and Chuck?
You and Chuck. It is. I'm telling you, it is gold. And I was, because I'm a fan,
Right.
So when you're a fan and you listen to people that you watched, I'm like, wow, that was hilarious. But yeah, you got it going. This is dope. I think this room is bananas.
Thank you, man. See, let me tell you something. That's one thing that me and Chuck always did. You know what I'm saying? From way back in the days, we always played the dozens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when we was on that group chat,
Yeah.
you were getting a piece of that.
Yeah.
You were getting a piece of that, because Chuck always liked to throw jabs at me.
Yeah, I know.
And one thing about us, we always throw jabs at each other, you know what I'm saying? But it's always with love, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys are Hall of Famers.
Huh?
Hall of Famers.
Yeah, me and Chuck can say certain things to each other that nobody else could say to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because anybody else that come at us like the way me and him be coming at each other, oh yeah, them shit's turned into fighting words.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was straight up comedy.
Yeah.
I was like, this is unscripted. This is unscripted, and this is the stuff. This is the stuff that VH1 be putting in the contract. Like, you can't do any more unscripted. Like, this was unscripted.
I ain't gonna lie, but I had a feeling you was having a good time sitting back watching that movie right there between me and Chuck going at it.
Yeah, I
Chuck is a funny guy,
Yeah.
man. He's got jokes, but I got jokes too.
I understand why Michael Rappaport, when he talks to people, be wanting to print because it'd be so funny and so out there, wanting you to be public. But
Yeah.
I'm glad it was a part of my personality.
Hey, yo, man, let me tell you something. Let me tell everybody. Me and John Salley, we've been friends since
Don't tell them the year, because then they're going to know how old we are.
I ain't scared to tell them about the year, boy. Yeah, since like 86, 87. You know what I'm saying? And the first time that I met John Salley, we played at the Joe Louis Arena. You were playing for the Pistons.
I was playing for the Pistons. We were in the Palace.
You were playing for the Pistons. You were playing for the Pistons. We played Joe Louis Arena, and after our show, you came to our dressing room.
That's right. That's right. I wasn't going to
I'll never forget those days, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll never forget those days, man. But after our shows, man, you and a couple of the guys, man, used to come in our dressing room, man.
Yeah, they followed
hang
me.
out and politic with us and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was big to me, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, you were my favorite. You were the music. You were the soundtrack to my favorite movie, which is Do the Right Thing, and in my top 5. But it's number 1 in my top 5 because it was Brooklyn, and it was my man Spike, and I understood it better than almost anybody growing up in Canarsie in Brooklyn. So it just meant a big thing that I got to meet y'all, and y'all was such the movement. I still talk to Griff.
okay.
Yeah, man, via text, he and his wife.
Okay.
Both of y'all still, I know y'all from a different planet because you ain't got no wrinkles and you still got all your hair.
And they got wrinkles and they ain't got no hair? Oh, it ain't my fault. Like Master P said, oh, it ain't my fault.
Well, for real. You kept it. It's a trip. A lot of people, I put you in the same level as you, then there's Snoop, that literally can move through all genres, move through all races around the world.
That's right. That's how Snoop rolls.
Yeah, well, that's how you roll too.
Yeah.
Right? You can roll without your clock and they know it's Flav. But when they see the clock, there's no, hey, do you got a ticket?
Right.
Hey, you supposed to be, no, that's not what's happening.
Right.
Yeah, so you're definitely an icon. And I like that. Yeah, icon living.
Thanks to you, man.
Keep living.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, one thing that I like to do, man, you know what I'm saying, is, touch all ages, man. You know what I'm saying? I like to touch all races.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like to touch all genders, you know what I'm saying? You know me, man, I'm about universal love. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I always been against is racism and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I could go to any country and get love, or I could go into any neighborhood and I could get love. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I gave it first.
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at it.
You're only going to get back what you give off, John.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real. So, yo, man, so where are you from? Where you from, John?
I'm from Canarsie in Brooklyn.
Wow.
Which is right
from BK.
The end of the LL train, which is now just called the L. But all the way down on Rockaway Parkway, right? And my project is right on the Belt Parkway. So it was a trip, Flav, because right on side of the Belt Parkway is the Jamaica Bay. People used to go to the pier, go fishing.
Right.
It's all toxic now. We like one exit before Starrett City.
Wow.
And I grew up every morning hearing seagulls and smelling the water. So I lived on the water, and I lived by the highway, so it sounded like the ocean. So like I tell people all the time, my part of Brooklyn, and from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, best place in the world. It's 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Best place in the world. It's like living in Malibu, man. You just hear the ocean, smell the ocean, hear the seagulls.
Right.
But
so when you said you live by the highway, do that mean like the Belt Parkway?
The Belt, like literally my highway, it's right on, my project is right on the highway. Bayview houses is 1 mile around.
Wow.
It's a trip when I took my daughters there. I got 4 daughters, but I only had 3 at that time.
Wow.
And I took them.
How old are they?
Well, I don't like me telling their age, but they are adults.
Okay.
I learned on another show. Don't tell people how old I am. I was like, I forgot. So one's in her 30s, one's in her 20s, and one's in the end of her teens.
Wow.
I put it that way. You broads handle it.
You've been a busy man there, brother.
Hey, can't escape it.
Besides basketball, there was also love.
Oh yeah, there was. I had a full life. Oh, I have a full life.
You married,
I love my
right?
life, man. Yeah, I've been married 28 years now.
Wow.
She's better at it than I am. But yeah, she's great at it. She hates that joke. But yeah, it's a good chick, man. I picked a really good partner. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah,
that's slamming.
Yeah, because you do craziness in your life, and people that stand by you,
right. Those are the ones that you stick with.
Yeah. At least I look at it this way, man. Yesterday at this time, what is it? I've seen that 39. I've seen that yesterday too. So that means every minute is a part of your life. And yesterday is yesterday. So the only minutes I'm important are right now, like right at this point. This is life. And so every day you're getting older. Every minute you're getting older.
Right.
If you're lucky.
Right.
A lot of people, they don't get to a certain point.
That's right.
My man Heavy D didn't make it to 50. Michael Jackson just made it to 50.
Right.
So I'm blessed to be in 57 now.
Wow.
And I'm blessed to be here, and I know it every minute. I feel it too. I damn sure feel it.
Damn, you 50. You don't even look 57, bro.
That's right, man, because I don't eat.
I'm serious, man.
Don't eat flesh. Don't eat animals. I'm telling you, especially.
Hey, I'm glad you said. I'm glad. I'm glad you put the statement on that, because when you said you don't eat flesh, I was like, when was the last human you ate?
I don't eat flesh, man.
I mean, you know me, and I got jokes.
No. If it's dead,
yeah,
I don't eat it. That's the only way. And then people are going to say, well, man, that right there is made, it's chemical. I look at it this way.
So you vegan?
100%.
You don't eat no meat whatsoever?
No byproducts either. You see, my car is even vegan.
Did you grow up eating chicken? And I mean, did you grow up eating meat? Period.
Oh, did I grow up? Yeah, I was unconscious for a long time. I was knocked out for a long time in 1991.
Why you call it unconscious?
Because if you realize that they kill 56 billion land animals just for you to have a hamburger or a chicken wing, nothing against your chicken place, Flav, but when you realize something else has to die so they tell you can live, that's unconscious. When if you want to be as strong as the ox, you eat what the ox eats. You want to be as strong as a gorilla, as a raw foodist. Everybody that wants to be as strong doesn't realize you can get the protein and that everyone's asking you about directly from where the animals get it from the plant.
Right.
We need fiber.
Right.
We don't really, we need protein, 26 grams or a little bit more if you want to bodybuild, but you need fiber. The more fiber you got in your body, the better. The more fluid you are, better. Fiber means flow. The better your flow, the better you live.
Right.
So when I realized eating animals was getting in the way of my flow, man, one of the number one selling drugs in the world is Viagra. Why is that? Because, man, penises ain't getting hard, right? Erectile dysfunction. Stop eating animals. Stop eating animal oils. And
so you think it's the animals that stopping the flow, the blood flow, the right blood flow through the penis to keep it hard?
Well, another thing too.
You think
oils.
It's meat?
It's oils. So they put olive oil on everything. It's 100% fat, and there's like 7 oils that your body can't get rid of. And once those oils in your blood, and we know that erectile dysfunction comes from like a blood flow. If that's in your blood, then there's no flow. So you have to rid those oils, that cottonseed, the pumpkin seed, the avocado seed, the oils, olive oils, canola oil, rat oil.
Right.
All those oils, when you eliminate those, animal oils is the worst. Gets caught in your legs start cramping up, caught in your feet, you don't feel your toes. Then all of a sudden when it comes time to get turned on, you're hitting the switch, but no lights coming on.
Well, you know what? I got a different point of view.
Okay.
And the reason why I got a different point of view is because growing up, I was taught that these animals were put here on earth for us to be able to eat so we can survive. That's why God made these animals. And they made them for us to be able to eat. So usually before we sacrifice an animal to eat it, we pray over it.
No, it's not what happened.
That's what we're supposed to do.
It's so funny you say that, because that's the same thing they said about black people. They said they're animals. They're put here to serve us. That's exactly the rhetoric of a racist. Did you know that?
Right. Now we going into other waters.
No, because they those are the same people that keep perpetuating that lie. Think about this.
Right. I understand what you're saying though.
Yeah.
Because it's all coming from the same people.
Same people. Imagine to say this was put here for our benefit. Why are you not put there for your benefit? Like that's not the way to go. Well, you got to eat that, and they show movies about it, and they say, well, this is how they used to eat. Africans didn't eat like that. It didn't happen. They didn't start eating like that till after they got colonized.
How long have you been a vegan?
Well, I started in 1991, and I was a lying vegetarian until 2005, 2006. What I mean by that is I knew I wanted cheese because I love raised pizza. I knew I wanted fish because I was a fisherman. I knew I liked lobster because, all black people think they like shellfish. I knew I liked, you like certain things and you give it an excuse. And then one day I decided at 40, I was never going to lie again. So it took me 10 years to get to 50 to get to that point where I literally think and I'm impeccable with my word. So when I was just turning 40, if I said I'm not going to lie, and if I said I'm a vegetarian, then I can only be a vegetarian. And if that's what you're going to be impeccable with your word. So in order for me to be impeccable with my word, I had to be a vegan. So it took me a while. Like I still got I don't buy new leather, but I love my sneakers. So the old ones I have, I just take care of them. I don't buy, my belts are made of vinyl. My watch band is made of vinyl. I drive a Tesla, 100% vegan. All that, not just for my brand, is because I want to be impeccable with my words.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if you're gonna talk about it, you got to be about it.
Yeah. 100%. And so you would always know, and that's in everything. So if I tell you something, look, what day? You called me on Saturday. I said, what day? You said, this day. I was like, I'm there. I said, what time? I said, you pick it. If I tell you I'm going to do it, that's it. I don't have to talk to a manager. I don't have to talk to an agent. I ain't got to talk to my assistant, my chief of staff, Sandra. If I say I'm going to do it, I say I'm doing this and this is the time I'm doing it and put it in the schedule.
Right.
And I'm still one of those people that believe people work for me, right? If you're down with what I'm saying, like Heavy D said, don't be down with anybody, let them all be down with you. So if you down with me and you're going to be down, then if I say it, you got to be as impeccable with your words as well.
Well, check this out. There's one thing that I got to say.
Yeah.
As good as your ass can play, but it was meat that helped your ass get into the NBA.
Oh,
no. Hey, come on, man. You ate meat all the way up until 91.
So people,
you know what I'm saying?
What happened?
And you was already in the NBA by then.
It was my fifth year.
So meat ain't a bad thing. I'm sorry, but meat ain't a bad thing. I love my pork chops. I love my ribs.
But guess why I stopped in 91?
I love my chicken.
No, you
steaks.
You love the taste of them.
Huh?
You like the way they taste.
Yeah, but also
because you wouldn't eat them raw, and you wouldn't eat them unless they were cooked with seasoning.
That's true.
So that means you don't like them.
That's true.
You like cooked seasoning. So that's why it's just the texture. Think about it.
I mean, well, that's how we were raised growing up.
But that doesn't mean.
Do you feel the same way about fish? Fish swim around in the ocean.
No, they don't.
Huh?
No, man.
Wait a minute. I just said fish swim around in the ocean. You said no, they don't.
Not the ones you eat.
I'm calling the cops.
Not the ones you eating. The ones you eating are coming from a farm. Like literally, all this food we eat now are literally.
All right, well, check this out. I believe catfish, man, is probably coming from a farm and everything. Because that's been a brand new fish to me. You know what I'm saying? The brand new old fish. But back in the days, people wasn't eating no catfish. People were eating flounder. They were eating whiting, grouper.
In New York.
Not
in the South. They always ate catfish. Black people, the reason they ate catfish is because they had to scavenge their food. So catfish is a bottom feeder.
Yes, so it's a bottom feeder.
You don't want to eat a bottom feeder because its job is it eats everything from the bottom.
So is shrimp and so is lobster. Those are bottom feeders, and
black people should never eat them, especially the Israelites tell you that.
Man, you crazy, man. Come on, man.
Flav,
Lobster, shrimp, Hey, lobster and shrimp can turn your man into the backyard pimp. That's
Right.
all I got to say.
Well, guess what happens? You watch them when they get old. They waddle back and forth. They got stomachs. They're always rubbing on their stomach. They got high blood pressure, diabetes. What happened, man, is I had high cholesterol in 1991, and they wanted to give me a pill.
Is that because of eating a lot of butter and shit?
Eating animals. Because as soon as I stopped eating animals, I no longer had a cholesterol problem.
So you telling me that you got high cholesterol from eating meat?
Yeah, everyone will. Eating eggs are 100% bad cholesterol. They said, well, it's protein. You don't need it.
Eggs, butter, milk.
All that is spoiled. Milk is spoiled. That's why they had to put fire to it, pasteurize it. Butter, you already know butter clogs your arteries. So if you want to get to a point, if you want to live life well, you should live life well all the time, not once in a while. And if you got to sit around and then take a medicine to digest it, oh man, I shouldn't have ate that. Or when you go to the bathroom, no one can go in the bathroom until 45 minutes after because it smells like a dead animal came out your ass. It did.
Well, a dead animal did come out your ass because you ate a dead animal.
So you made yourself.
If you eat a dead animal, you're going to shit out a dead animal.
If
you're going to eat vegetables, if you're going to eat corn, you're going to shit out corn. You eat cabbage, you're going to shit out cabbage. You eat a fucking steak, you're going to shit out a cow.
You may, because if you did, think about this. If they really were shitting it out, they wouldn't have bellies this big because this is your intestines. So that means I
eat that shit and my belly ain't that big. My belly is.
I told you you're not from this planet.
Than a cell phone.
You not from this planet. Bootsy's not from this planet. James Brown not from this planet. Lil Wayne.
Are you from this planet?
No. So that's why I don't eat this
Okay,
stuff.
so what planet are we from?
Well, think about it, Flav.
Is it the planet Daxium?
I don't even know if it has a name because you carbonated. Just think about y'all. And the reason I mention y'all, because people are going to wonder why I mention y'all, because y'all flavor. Funny. Y'all flavor.
Everything has flavor. Yes, everything has flavor.
In the same skin tone. And in the same energy.
I favor you too. Me and you damn near got the same skin tone.
Right. Mine is prettier, but
No, but mine's is flyer.
No.
Mine's is flyer. I got the flyer skin tone. Word up, man. Hey. You can ask Lady Clairol, nigga. You can ask the Clairol people.
I already know.
You can ask the Just for Men.
Flav, this is the craziest thing. When you were on television, it's a real life and all that stuff. Right. Black folks was not understanding that the other races were in love with you. They did not get it because we had so much self-hate.
Right.
You understand? And like you said, you came with so much love and you were unapologetically flavor. That right there is the biggest selling key. I tell somebody all the time, they talk about, I said, women love power and confidence.
Right. That's true.
You got power and confidence. So you walking around with one of the prettiest, greatest women at that time. I love Bridget. I was like, you got my favorite Caucasian woman. Like,
I had a few. Had a couple in my day.
Yeah, you did your thing.
I did my thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna get involved with you because just this when I saw it and you said, "Yo, be on my," I was like, "Yes." Almost before you asked me, I was gonna say, "Yo, man, why I ain't been on your podcast?" And then you asked me, and I was trying to be cool about it. I was like, "Yes." I was like, telling everybody, write this down.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. When Chuck sent me that text message and said, look, here's John Salley's number. Get with John. Automatically, I know what Chuck was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because even though me and that motherfucker be having our little personal fights about our personal public enemy business, but we still love each other, and he does want to see me succeed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
More than you, I think you know.
Huh?
More than you know. Because he'll say something, somebody will say something about you, fam, and you don't even know that the response is coming from Chuck because he's coming from a whole different profile. Like he said, man, it's like I'm his publicist. I go, good, because you know he's a good cat. So when people come at you, a lot of folk defend what you do and how you do it. Because obviously what you do kept you here. You don't get old being no fool.
And you know, there's times, man, when sometimes people come to me with negative shit about Chuck. But you know what? I defend my partner, man.
Yeah.
Why? Because I love him. You know what I'm saying? And also, because this journey that we've been on to bring us to this point, you know what I'm saying, is amazing, man.
Yeah.
But we also have a personal family love. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And
do.
the whole nine. Outside of this business shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Chuck always defended me, and there's times when I always defended Chuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In the whole nine. Can't nobody say bad shit to me about Chuck. The only one that can say bad shit about Chuck to me is me. And that's it. Can't nobody else do that. Can't nobody else do it.
Y'all go get this Olipop, man. I might have to get them to put this in. See, they even put vegan on the back of it. I got to get them to put this in my cafe. Yo, I got a cafe, Organics.
Wow.
And how about the address? 420 East Hospitality Lane.
Man, so put it out there, baby.
As soon as we able to make it a cannabis cafe, that's what it becomes.
And where is it, though?
San Bernardino. It's right off the 10.
San Bernardino, California?
Yeah, man. At one time was known for a lot of other things.
Right.
It's right next to a blue zone, which is, there's only 8 blue
next
zones
to a
in the
blue
world.
Zone?
Yeah,
what's blue zone?
Where people live the longest.
Okay.
And Loma Linda is because the majority of 7-day Adventists are vegetarians.
Yeah.
So they literally live into their hundreds. So we put the restaurant there. It's a vegan cafe, but when you get there, everyone says the same thing you're going to say. This is vegan? And I did that because I had, grown up in New York.
Right.
In the time I grew up, heroin was big. And how you get somebody off of heroin is put them on methadone.
That was my era too.
Right. So
yes.
when I knew that, I look at eating flesh or animal products as heroin. So I gave you the alternative, the next thing to step down. And once you make that discipline move, then we move you into your way of all the things you ingest, all the things you buy. That's what I mean by being conscious. I wake you up. And I don't shake people to wake them up and go, yo, you're an idiot. Dr. Sebi said this. Dick Gregory said this. I realized they were saying that and yelling and shaking the fences, and people were turned off. And I realized when you wake somebody up, Flav, don't shake them and say, yo, wake up. Because they're going to wake up aggressive.
Right.
They're going to wake up wanting to fight you. They ain't going to want to hear you. They're going to want to know what's going on. But when you wake them up softly and you wake them up with intent, hey, wake up, man, wake up. And they go, what? I say, this is real life. And when you wake them up softly and they become conscious, now they can listen to what you're saying. When you shock them, they can't. So I don't yell and scream.
Right.
I just give you facts.
Right, you can't just give it all to them at once. You gotta constantly, you gotta give it to them gradually.
Yeah, small hinges open big doors.
Well, I'm sorry to say, but listen, if you consider meat like chicken and steak, pork chops and lamb and all of that stuff, heroin, I'm sorry, bro, but until I turn a vegan, I'm just gonna be your biggest dope addict, G. Because I love me some meat.
You love the taste of
I love me
seasoning.
some meat. You know what I'm saying?
Did Flav?
I like the taste of the meat too, though.
I want you to eat it raw.
Huh?
Just grab a piece of meat and eat it raw.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw. I miss my cousin ODB.
Yeah,
Did you know that was my cousin?
Really? I told you I'm from the same planet.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're blood cousins, though. In Wu-Tang, I have 3 blood cousins. That's RZA, Jizza, and ODB.
Is that classic?
Yeah, that's my blood family. You know what I'm saying?
And all of y'all in the hip-hop world blew up at the same time.
You want to hear something else crazy?
What?
Check this out. I come from a family background. The last name is DeLeston, right? Chuck D also has DeLestons in his family. Yo, so his DeLeston cousins in the Bronx are always in contact with my DeLeston cousins in Freeport, Long Island. Yo, you know what?
Same slave plantation.
So check this out. Chuck D's dad God bless Mr. Ridenhour. I miss Mr. Ridenhour so much. And if it wasn't for Mr. Ridenhour right now, man, I don't think we would have Public Enemy, man. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Chuck used to work for his dad. You know what I'm saying? And me and Chuck wrote the first album on a U-Haul truck working for his dad and everything.
Really?
So his father said to his son Eric, right? Chuck's brother Eric, he said, "Hey, you need to get Flavor on the phone right now." So Eric says, "Why, Dad?" He said, "Hey, the motherfucker might be our cousin. I think he's our cousin." So check this out. Chuck D might be my cousin. Ain't that crazy?
Because you're family. You talk like you family, period.
Yeah, I put it out there, Chuck. So what? Yeah, that's right, cuz. What's up, cuz? Yeah, man. But also, you know who else might be my cousin?
Who? I might be your cousin.
Yo, you might be my cousin too. You know what I'm saying? From Ghana.
Yeah, from the tall part of the family.
From the tall part of the family.
Although most of the people in my family, on my mother's side, are your height, your complexion. You might be. You might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know what? Let me tell you something. I grew up with Sally's. Back in Freeport, Long Island.
Yep.
I grew up with Sally's.
Yeah, I grew up.
You know, and they were like my family, bro.
Yeah.
Serious. So
my mother, we used to work out there. My mom
Yeah.
was a maid, and we used to work out in Manhasset, and my aunts out there. We got Sally's everywhere. They got Sally, South Carolina, which is a trip. They wanted me to come, Flav, and I was like, I don't know whether if I get down there, if I choke somebody or hug somebody. Like they literally ex-slaves and the family. They're Scottish. They do a 3-day thing, and it's called the Chitlin Struck, where all these Sallys show up,
right,
and they devour and do all these things with pigs. So obviously, I'm not going to be a part of that. But the fact that I got invited by John Salley, who was a preacher, he said, "Yeah, we got 57 of us, man. You come on down. 47 Johns. Come on down and meet the rest of the John Salley." So I'm thinking about it still.
Hey, yo, man, let me tell you something, man. You've been on an amazing journey, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Ever since you've been in the NBA. I want to get back to the NBA right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you was with the Pistons and shit. You know, first team that you was with was the Pistons, right?
Won 2 championships with the Pistons.
And then from there,
I went to Toronto. I went to Miami for
to
a
Miami.
Stint, then Toronto for a second.
Right. Went to the Raptors.
Then won a championship with the Bulls on the greatest team ever in '96.
Wow.
Then I came. And
did you play with Michael Jordan?
Yeah, he was on that team. I think he was. I think Michael Jordan was on the Bulls. Yeah, I did. Of course, it was.
When
'96. That was the second time.
When you were on the Bulls, Michael Jordan was on the Bulls
Michael,
too, right?
Scotty,
so y'all
Dennis,
were teammates.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. But the only reason I didn't come back in '97 is I got my TV deal, and I had the John Salley show that was going to come out in '97. So soon as I finished being a Bull, I was negotiating before I was a Bull,
right,
to get a TV show. We win. My wife has my daughter. I'm in Hollywood. I get this show. I go to Greece. Come back. I get my championship ring. I do the parade, the whole joint.
Was that in '96?
'96, and then '97 they decided, right up 2 months before my show was going to launch, that they were going to give it to Magic Johnson. And so as opposed to going back to the NBA, I just stuck it out here in Hollywood. I just said, you know what, I did that. This is my future. And then I went back to the Lakers in '99 when I was on the phone with Phil during the playoffs. And I was just talking to him, and I was like, I know you're not going to let this team. He said, what are you talking about? I said, man, look at Shaq, Kobe, they had J.R. Reed at the time. They had all these great players. You're not going to let these 2 guys not win a championship. They need the system.
Right.
And he was like, who you been talking to? I said, I don't talk to anybody. I barely watch. He goes, yeah, I just got the Laker job, but you can't tell anybody. And this was in May. And I was like, bet. He said, you in shape, Si? I stay in shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was eating Oreos and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but it's cool. I just upped my workout. I got my, giving my body a 3-year rest was a smart move for me, and I was able to look back and see what was important, Flav. You know what I'm saying? I didn't take my NBA career for granted.
Right.
But when that's what you do, it seems like that's the only thing that's important. And I was able to sit back and pay attention to what's important and see what I was trying to do. Like, look, Ron Artest, they suspended him for the whole season. He was able to, gather his thoughts. Michael Jordan took a season off, able to gather his thoughts. I took 3 years off. So when I came back in 99.
You said Michael Jordan took a season off?
Yeah, he took, remember he went and played baseball.
Right, because he.
Yeah, he went and played baseball, took that season off, doing something different, able to see his life, see what it is, and then he came back.
And then he came back.
And then when they lost, he was like, I'll never lose again. And then the next year we won 72 games. I think they won 69 the next year. And that's when they came back. That's part of The Last Dance. Like his show. Came back in 95, and then all the way to 97. That was 97, 96, 97, 98. Right. That was their last dance. It literally, when you're on this roller coaster, bro, that's what it is. It's a roller coaster, especially when you're playing, because they're paying you to do what you love to do. Right. But I imagine, which I always tell people, one, I couldn't imagine being a recording artist where you got to do the same show every night. You know each beat. You know when the beat's going to drop. You know when the light's going to change. In the NBA, you don't. It's like MMA fighting. You don't know if you're going to be good that night. You're going to try to be good, but you don't know if this kid's going to be in a zone and never miss a basket. You don't know if all of a sudden you're going to twist your ankle. But when this show is constantly moving, you don't get a chance to enjoy it. Like, I don't remember anything from the NBA because it was all like one big game to me. So I don't remember individual games. I remember winning. I know what it feels like to have champagne in my eyes. I was smart enough to learn to get goggles. Yeah, when all those baseball players were doing it, I was like, man, I did that in the 80s. They ain't going to do that. Definitely.
Hell, how does it feel, man? How does it feel that moment once that game is over, that championship game is over, and you know you're on the team that won the championship? It's like, and y'all put in all that hard work. How does that feel, bro?
Being
how does
number
that moment
one
feel? Winning the championship. How does it feel?
It feels like having a child. Wow. If you've ever had a child, and you were in the place when the female was having a child, and they take the child and they put it in your hand and you smell it and it's yours. That's a creation that you helped make. That's the same feeling of winning a championship. It was the only thing that was even close to winning the championship was when my daughter Giovanna, when I smelled Giovanna, when I smelled Tyler, when I smelled Taya, when I smelled Sasha, when I got them and I was holding them and I realized, this is part of my doing. The universe let me do this. It's the same feeling winning a championship. You holding the trophy and it's like, the problem is you got to pass the trophy off, but just like you realize you were working not for the trophy, but you were working in unison, all that hard work together. We lost to the Lakers in '88 in Game 7.
When you were playing with who?
Detroit.
When you were playing with the Pistons?
Yep. And Isaiah said on the plane back, he said, we got to have the best record in order to win the championship.
Because I remember Isaiah coming in the dressing room too.
Yep. Yeah, we love y'all.
I remember Isaiah Thomas coming in our dressing room, man. I remember you and Isaiah.
Yeah.
The most.
I appreciate that.
Coming in our dressing room.
I appreciate that.
Come on, man. You
yeah,
go, man.
I'm in business with Isaiah, man. We're pretty soon we're going to be the largest cannabis and hemp growers in the world. We grow 1.9 million acres of hemp and cannabis in Colombia.
Wow, y'all growing in Colombia?
Yeah, man. And then we're making.
How do y'all get that shit back?
Well, we don't get the cannabis back. We ship seeds to Spain. We ship seeds to Germany. But our hemp, literally, we're working on making hemp plastics for the car industry. So we'll be one of the first companies that make, like, all that plastic in your car. You know, that plastic is not, recyclable.
It comes from hemp?
No, ours will. So it'd be great. Like smart companies like BMW, Tesla, Audi, Mercedes will start using this hemp. It's stronger. It's better for the environment. So we just trying to be, like Kanye said, we're trying to be 10 years ahead.
Right.
Not, we live in now,
right,
but we're setting our sights on being 10 years ahead.
Right.
So Isaiah brought me in on the advisory board because I know so much about hemp. And
what did he say to you on the plane on the way back?
He said, he said it to everybody. He said, the reason we lost, because we lost in LA. He said, if we have home court advantage, we don't lose at home. The next year, we had the best record in the NBA, and we beat the Lakers. And the next year,
did y'all beat them at home?
No, we beat them.
Detroit?
We beat them here in Los Angeles because we supposed to have won in '88. Okay. But the universe wanted it. Like Mayweather says, his loss in the Olympics really changed everything for him. Because once you see that side, you got a choice. You want to be back on the losing side, or you want to do what didn't you do to win? And I remember when we lost, Flav, you got 2 months off before you come back.
Right.
I think everybody took 2 weeks off. And we were all back in the gym.
After 2 weeks.
After 2 weeks. After a long season. And I at least I was back in the gym.
Right.
I know Joe Dumars was back in the gym because I was with him. And that was the mentality. And
y'all was hungry.
Yeah,
y'all was hungry, man. That y'all was trying to fill the gap in them hunger pains.
Everybody was hungry to get us.
Right.
So that's another thing.
We didn't have any soft games. To get the championship, though.
Yeah. What's more important? You eating or me eating? Like MJ is my fraternity brother. I love Michael. I've been with Michael since 1982. Has been my man. Like when he went pro, he came into Atlanta.
Brothers? Y'all were in college together?
Omega Psi Phi. Yeah, he went to North Carolina. I went to Georgia Tech. But when he would come into Atlanta, his second year, I was like, yo, what you need? Like I was always around.
Right.
But it came down to when we were beating him up one time, he didn't want to talk to me. He was, man, you one of them. I go, MJ, on court, I'm one of them. If it's gonna be me or you, it's gonna be me. I love you like you, but I ain't gonna give you my wins. It's just not gonna happen.
Right.
I'm that competitive. So I don't look at it like even in this life now. Like a lot of cats would say they would see me auditioning for a movie or auditioning for a TV show. One of my managers / agents, Yolanda Starks, she was like, man, you shouldn't have to audition. You John Salley. I go, I want to audition every time. I want to prove to people I should have the gig. Like I don't have that ego. I constantly want to prove to you, if you have to make a choice between me and somebody else, my audition should stand out from the rest.
So every time you played, that was your audition?
Every single time. Remember, you dunk on me. In my park, in Canarsie and Bayview Project, you get dunked on, you got to stay outside the park for 5 minutes.
Wow.
You know how many times I dunked on people? That was my mentality. I wasn't dunking just because it was the easiest shot. I'm trying to put you out the park.
Right.
So I always, I got this documentary with my man Booth and Ted Gustis, who was my coach. It's called Ball Side Middle. And it's about Brooklyn ballers. Bernard King, Albert King, Sid Green, Fly Williams, World Be Free, Pearl Washington.
Wow.
Al Redding. All of those cats were my heroes. I didn't, all that other stuff y'all watching TV, Brooklyn players.
You just took it back when you said World Be Free.
World Be Free, fam.
Man.
And I played in the Bronx.
That's legendary right there. World Be Free. That's like when I was young.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think basketball just started when you were young. See how you get that in there? Boom, boom, boom. Where's the drum?
Nah, come on, man. Basketball, man, started to me, man, back in the days when, like Walt Frazier and Willis Reed, number 19 on the Knicks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oscar Robertson, the Big O.
Yeah, that's what Chuck D and I talk about.
That's when basketball started with me, when Wilt Chamberlain, hit 100 points in one game by twos.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And wasn't a good foul shooter.
No, he sure wasn't.
And imagine he had 101 points and he wasn't a good foul shooter.
Yeah, but he scored all of that from the floor, man, by twos.
Yeah, he's no joke.
And you know what? It's hard for somebody to score 100 now on the court by threes. Will Chamberlain did it by twos.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it.
Elgin Baylor.
Yeah, man. God rest his
You know-
soul. I went to his funeral, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I miss Deuces. That's one of the reasons I wore number 22 is Elgin Baylor. Because I know why the NBA doesn't promote it as much, because it's not what they can really sell.
Right.
And like, I'm working with the Big Three. I saw you in Vegas at the Big Three.
Come on, man. That's right. We gonna talk about that in a minute. We gonna get up into the Big Three in a minute.
I love that Cube realized that these guys still had something to show.
Right.
Because usually it's 4 years, you gone, you don't know where you play for. It's the machine. But to know where it came from. Like
Right.
they were talking about big men playing, and they're gonna mention the ones that they can sell. But the fadeaway jump shot was Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain got the ball, and everybody thought he was dunking. He was finger rowing, and he had a fadeaway jumper, right, and he shot it like this.
Right.
And it looked good, and it went in a lot.
Right. A lot.
And he just knew how to shoot it off the backboard. The technique that Tim Duncan and Dirk Nowitzki,
Right.
all that stuff they do now.
Well, let me tell you, man, where basketball started. To me, where basketball started getting style, that style, Dr. J, Julius Erving.
That's right. Coaching.
That's right.
Coach
Dr.
of the year,
J,
the Big
Julius
Three.
Erving. And he's from Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Right where we're from.
Yeah.
He went to
The
Roosevelt.
ghetto in Long Island, people don't even realize.
That's right. That's right.
I call it the
That's right.
ghetto. They got houses and trees.
You damn right. But it was still like the ghetto to us.
No question. Yeah, man. They put us in that
Back
spot.
in them days coming up, man, it was so different and so hard.
I played in the summer league in Roosevelt.
Yeah, at Centennial Park.
I let my boy Arnie Hershkowitz would drive me from Brooklyn all the way to Long Island.
Yeah.
To get my ass busted.
Yeah.
They would destroy. I was a skinny, not understand. They were destroying me.
Yeah.
By the end of the summer, I was one of the top players there. So by the time I got back to high school, nobody can deal with me. That's how smart Ernie was.
Hey, let me ask you this. Back in Roosevelt Park, did you ever play with a guy named Smooth? They call him Smooth.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
I probably
Smooth, T-Ham, George Holt. All of these guys. All of these guys. You remember George Holt?
I played.
Yeah, because
literally I played with all of these guys.
favorites, man, from Roosevelt.
Yeah, they were, and that's what another thing.
These were the legends. Yeah.
Yeah, there's another thing in Ball Side Middle that I'm doing with Booth. We're working on getting this documentary. I'm going to the proper places. Right now, I got it at Triller. I got it at CBS Sports.
Wait, what's the name of it?
It's called Ball Side Middle.
Ball Side Middle?
Yeah, which is a term in basketball on how you run a fast break.
Okay.
But then you get to see.
And this is a movie that you're working on right now?
Documentary. Yeah, I'm trying to make it a 6 series.
Is it your documentary
I'm executive
on your
producer
life
on it.
too?
No.
Or it's just a basketball documentary?
Basketball doc on Brooklyn basketball players.
Got it.
But it's put together really, really well. Booth did a great job. I came on late. In my interview in there, I had to do it, via Zoom because we were shooting it during the pandemic, my part. But we got some really good footage, a lot of things happen. And people don't know. People just look at it now and go, oh. But a lot of people don't realize there's the grassroots of it, the start of it. You say a basketball tournament, and you go, oh, there's a basketball tournament. You realize there wasn't no basketball tournaments.
Right.
Somebody had to put that together.
Right.
Citywide basketball was made in Brooklyn. Then it went to all the other boroughs. When Phil Knight was looking for people to put in the sneakers, he would go to these tournaments in Brooklyn and give out sneakers. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could get a pair of those Air Forces from 19 something. But that's where they would go. They would come into Brooklyn to see the best basketball. Of course, they played in Manhattan. They got the Rucker, was well known. But Brooklyn Brevoort Projects was no joint. Ditmas All-Stars, Vanguard Oilers, the BRC, the Brownsville Recreation Center. I had an event there, and Mike Tyson from Brownsville, and Mike rose in there with me. Right, rose up with the Ferrari, with his Ferrari at that time, and we roll in after I win the championship, and they just looking at me like I'm crazy. Bayview Park, Brookline, playing over in Flatbush.
Wow.
It's just we covered as much as we could get our hands on. So yeah, we paid attention.
So you got all of this all up in the documentary?
All up in
all
the
of these places that you just named to me?
Yeah, and the coaches.
I mean to us.
Yeah, and the coaches. The deal is, it's like Ted Gustis, Gil Reynolds were my two coaches. Barney Davis. Ani Hershkowitz.
Right.
These were my coaches. And like Ted Gustis, to this day, I still talk to him. I call him Ted just for this, but I still call him Coach.
Right.
Like everybody else calls him Ted, I still call him Coach. Barney Davis literally would come and work out with me 4:00 in the afternoon. My high school coach, Coach Perlmutter, used to watch me while I was in junior high school. He was my 8th grade teacher. You know what I'm saying? So it would be all these people that literally looked out for me.
Right.
That put time into me getting to this point. Now we got them on film.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah, man.
That's dope, man. Congratulations on your movie. I mean, on your documentary movie.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Got a new movie too, Sneakerella, coming out on Disney Plus. I ain't supposed to talk about it. I ain't supposed to talk about it. Make sure you get Disney Plus. Y'all got it to watch Beyonce. Get it to watch Sneakerella. Pretty slick.
And what is Sneakerella about?
It's literally a hip hop.
I know it ain't just about a bunch of sneakers and shit, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I got sneakers. I got sneakers.
I do too.
You want to see Sneakerella? Let me take you to the crib, fella. Like to show you Sneakerella. Oh, I got a whole closet, man. I got sneakers like crazy.
That's what you're gonna see. But my name is Darius King. I own my own sneaker. It's a family business, and I'm bringing out the Kings. And my daughter meets this, up and coming designer. It's a musical hip hop. They sing, they dance. These two, man, Kid Chosen and Lexi, who are the two leads in the movie.
So Darius King is your name in the movie.
And the name in the movie, and I own a company. I'm from Queens though. I couldn't switch it to Brooklyn, but I'm from Queens. Yeah, I think it's gonna come out October, November.
Hey,
Hold on a second. All right, go.
Yo, you know what wouldn't be a bad idea?
What?
You said your name is Darius King in the movie?
Yep.
Wouldn't be a bad idea for you to come out with a sneaker line.
I did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did.
Where we can go by and call it Darius King, the new Darius Kings and shit. Bring them shits out like they be bringing out Jordans.
I tried, and when I tell you I tried, I literally was in conversation with my boy at Rock Deep, black-owned sneaker company. We just hadn't come up with exactly everything I liked. I got back in touch with Nike, but they're busy. They'll see. You know what it is? It's let them see it first.
Yeah.
But I was trying to come out the same time the movie with a brand new kick. But kids, man, in particular.
Uh-huh.
We'll look at something and be like, yo, that's dope. And then you'll look at something that you and I would think is whack.
Right.
Will be the hottest seller. So it's getting in the right verb or in the right vibe, better put. I said verb because it's action. Getting the right action with it, and you would see it.
Yeah. So you brought up a name, Phil Knight.
Phil Knight, one of the greatest humans.
Phil Knight. What was he like to you? Because I got to meet him.
I didn't get to meet him.
I got to meet him, and not only that, I even got to fly on the famous plane.
Really?
Yeah, with the polka dots on it.
Yeah, I didn't get to meet him,
Yeah.
man. I read his book. Unbelievable. You want to read a book, man? Read that. I think it's which one? Soul. The book on Phil Knight and how he started Nike. That is inspiration. That's
Yeah.
a unbelievable inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the wrong people try to go after Michael Jordan, and he's not doing enough for the community. They buying his sneakers. I hate when people do that, man. I have so much to say, but I watch what I say nowadays. But anybody that picks on a celebrity to tell you what they're not doing, pay attention to the people that are saying it.
Right, because they're doing it worse.
Because they're not doing it.
Because they're not doing it.
Because if you have the time to talk about somebody, you wasting your time. If you your nose supposed to be so to the grind that you don't have time to pay. Mother Teresa didn't talk about nobody.
Right.
She just did the work. Do the work. Don't worry about if you need. You don't need a celebrity. You don't need that. Celebrity is anyway people who are celebrated. It's just they shot. You need people who are down for the cause. So every time I hear somebody coming at it like that, I don't like those folks. So I never liked when people went after MJ about what he didn't do. Because look, LeBron does everything. They still go after him. So if you do everything, they go after you. If you do nothing, they go after you. So obviously, do whatever you feel is right. Don't worry about the other folk.
And that's what I always did. You know what I'm saying? I never cared what anybody thought about me. I never cared what anybody had to say about me. You know what I'm saying? I just kept on just doing me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When you do, you look. There's no other you.
Right. Right.
Except you and your cousin, Old Dirty Bastard.
Right.
There's nobody else like y'all. Look, think about this. Kendrick Lamar came out, first time we saw him on, I think Saturday Night Live, or he came on a performance. He came out looking like Old Dirty Bastard with his hair braided on one side. He had the mouthpiece in. They didn't understand what he was doing. He's paying homage. Paying homage. Like those kind of cats, I understand. I got a recording artist named Veda Valley. She's unbelievable. She's bananas.
She sings?
She sings, she raps, she does poetry.
What's
she
her
paints. Name? Veda Valley.
Veda Valley.
Valley. You check it out like Machiavelli.
Yeah.
But it's VADA.VELI.
Oh, Veda Valley.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm in her ear all the time because you know how long I go back with this.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to rhyme in 1974. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
In 1982, I'm down in Atlanta, beatboxing on when cats was still not understanding what it was, and they were only hearing Prince and R&B. I was like, yo, listen to this tape that I got from Johnny G and MC Johnny G and DJ Reggie. I think that was Timmy Hall.
Right.
Reggie G and Timmy Hall from the Bronx.
Right.
I got tapes on that. I got my tapes from Mr. Magic. I got, all of that stuff, and I be trying to put all of my knowledge into her head or experience, because as a new artist, once you know the history, you can be a better artist.
Right.
You understand? Because once you know what hit before, you know what vein to go in, because it's a whole new audience.
Right.
Whole new audience. Telling you. I'm that's why, once again, we go back to Chuck. I was like, put me in contact with Flav. Because you, my friend, are timeless. Timeless. So we're going to have, and it's funny, you got the clock on. I wasn't even meant to say that.
He's not lying, folks. I am timeless.
Timeless. So when you got somebody that's timeless, Sade, timeless. James Brown, timeless. Marvin Gaye, timeless. Michael Jackson, Prince, Aretha Franklin, Beyonce, Rihanna, like Jay-Z, Nas. The reason you can pick those names out, Kanye, Fat Joe, those are Busta Rhymes right behind you. Timeless. Q-Tip, right? Tribe. When you got timeless artists, those are the artists you got to pay attention to. You got to keep, they're timeless. So you can, no matter when we come out with something with you see how I said we, right? Talking to the manager over here. You're timeless. You're somebody to invest what you're going to do, because it pays off in time. Right. Yeah. Since you're timeless, it pays off all the time. Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yo, let's go. Let's talk about you with the big three.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, let me tell you something, man. Because I'm so proud of what Cube has created.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the whole nine. And not only that, but what Cube has created is to, like, take a lot of old previous pro basketball players and give them a platform so they can show the world, hey, look, we can still do this.
Yeah. ISO Joe.
You know what I'm saying? We could still do this. You know what I'm saying? We ain't old. Don't count us out yet, because we ain't out.
Right. And it's I tell them all the time, for the first 3 years they had Michael Rappaport doing the sideline reporting. And Michael did a great job.
Right.
But he didn't want to do it this year. He has a new show, and he had other things to do this summer. So when I took over, I said, you should have had me 4 years ago. But when I watch it, I still like see a move and jump up and can't believe that move happened. And I get too excited when I watch basketball. You know what I'm saying? I get way too excited. But to be a part of it.
Right.
And, I did an interview with him 2 weeks ago, and I said, for the culture, you've changed the culture of basketball.
Yes.
You've changed the culture of hip-hop. This is why. In between the shows, who he got people performing.
Right.
He got who they consider to be they heroes or things that they used to hear. He's getting checks for Yo-Yo. He's getting checked for Quick. He's getting checked for new artists, NEL Chopper.
Right. The first time I went to a Big 3 game.
Yeah. You were Gruden's son, right?
I got to meet Cardi B.
Did you really?
Yeah, and that's when she had that record out. You can fuck with me if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This ain't blood bottom. This is bloody shoes.
Right.
That's when she had that record out, and that record stayed number one. That record stayed number one on the charts, man, for months, bro. Yeah. For months, and that's when and that's when I first met Cardi B.
Yeah. You know I didn't meet her yet. I can't wait to meet her.
Oh man, she was amazing. She gave me mad love. Yeah. I know that. You know what I'm saying? She gave me mad love. You know what I'm saying? But this Big 3 thing, man, it's taking off now.
Yeah. CBS on Saturdays.
Taking off, bro. I'm so proud of Cube, man. And I remember back when we were working on Cube's first album, America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, remember that.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember, man.
America KKK.
I remember, man, they were recording this at Green Street Studios in New York City. When I came in the studio one night, man, and Cube was in the booth and they were playing this beat. And Cube was like, yo, Flav, come in the booth, man. Hop on this joint. You know what I mean? You know me, I'm never really good at freestyling. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? In the whole nine. So I went in the booth with Cube, and they put on a track. And the first thing that I could think about is like how me and Chuck and all of us be playing the dozens.
Right.
So that's why I was like, 2 peas in the bucket, motherfucking. You either Flavor Flav it or you chuck it. Kiss my ass and suck a D-I-C-K stands for kill, so don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
I fucked that lady in the bed. I missed that pussy in the Buster spread. I tried it again. In the covered wagon, the bottom fell out and the ass started dragging. I fucked that lady in the field of grass. Missed that pussy in the bust of my ass. Then I fucked that lady high in the tree. The baby came out and said, Run DMC. Then Ice Cube came
Where's
in
the
and
claps, man?
Stop.
I know you
got it in there.
Stop.
Yeah, me and Cube, man, had that record out called Only Out for One Thing. That was one of my favorite things, man, because I did it with Ice Cube.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And back in the days, NWA, we used to be on the road together with NWA and Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince and Salt and Pepper and all of us. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, just that moment, man, was epic for me. You know what I'm saying? Now to see Ice Cube with his own basketball league, bro, crazy.
Right.
This is crazy.
Right.
And like you said, he done changed the temperature of the basketball game now, man. You know what I'm saying? With this Big 3 thing, man. Yeah, this Big 3 thing is getting big. You're the commentator.
Yeah, I sit around and ask the real questions. Sometimes, well, I make it.
How is that working with Cube?
Well, it's good because the checks are always on time. And it's funny, the first game he sat down and he said, hey, Sal, this is, I negotiated with everybody else, and he said, boom, these are the things that are important to the league. And he had a conversation with me, listening to them, and he goes, if we get that message out, if you can do it like that, we'll be golden. And so he goes and sits half court, watches every game. He doesn't get up, he doesn't yawn, he claps, he gets upset with the same way if he was watching it in the NBA. That's how much he loves basketball.
Like as if he was sitting in the stands as a fan.
As a fan. So when you see that and you see the owner of the league is as important, or it's not a league where he has to deal with all these other owners. He's the owner. It's his show, and that's what it is. It's entertainment and connected with basketball. Just like all the basketball players, when Allen Iverson is wearing gold chains and tattoos and braiding his hair and took the culture and brought it into the NBA, he continued that. So it's just elevated, and it's a really good look. I think Triller's a good place to have it. Triller's doing a great thing with Versus, and so this adds into Fight Night. It just adds into the whole new dynamic.
Right. So yeah, man, it's a great thing, man. You know what I'm saying, that Cube is doing with this league. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I got my boy Mac that works with you guys. Yeah. And Mac used to run with Russell Simmons. Mm. Yeah, Mac used to work for Russell. Really? And back in the days, check this out. I remember hearing Mac. He's the first one that I ever heard say, hey, I'm not mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
Really?
Yeah. So I took his phrase and I put it on a record. And I made a record called I Ain't Mad at All. Mm. And when I put that I Ain't Mad at All out in the streets, the whole world now is, I ain't mad. I ain't mad at this. I ain't mad at that. Then Tupac came with his record. I ain't mad at ya.
That's right. Yeah, sure did.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And see, one thing about me, John, I was always known for putting slang out into the streets.
You were.
Always known for putting slang out into the streets. So I ain't mad at ya, or I ain't mad. I put that shit out there in the streets. But I got it from Mac.
Yeah, Mac is a cool guy.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, man.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, Mac limped over to me. He from the Bronx, right? Well, he from New York. When I was playing for the Gauchos, Mac was around. That's how long I've been around him, and that's when I was a teenager.
And when I was living in the Bronx too, man, you know what I'm saying? That's where I was getting my car washed at, right across the street from Gaucho's gym.
Really?
Right there on 149th Street in Mara. 149th Street and
what's the highway?
Walton. Yeah, gee, come on, that's my old stomping grounds because my kids are from 149th and Morris.
Really?
Yeah, and when I used to take my car around there to get it washed, it was right there at 149th and right there across the street from Glackens. Right, they got the Glackens bar there, right, and the whole nine. And and that's where I met Al Harrington.
I love Al.
And he was a young buck.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't even in the pros yet or nothing. Yeah, I met him as a young buck, man, because he had me come in the Gauchos. He had me come in the Gauchos gym one time to watch him play. It was my first time ever stepping inside the Gauchos, man.
Yeah, can you imagine? Gauchos came, we like Pearl Washington. Don Marbury, Stephon Marbury's older brother.
Wow.
My man Hamilton. We all from Brooklyn. And went up and played in the Bronx. And it was a trip too, because you know how it is back in the day. It's almost like they do now.
Yo, you played with Stephon too, right?
No, Stephon came to Georgia Tech. Stephon was only a young buck. His brother was 6'9". I played with him.
Oh, okay.
But Stephon came to Georgia Tech. So when I went to Georgia Tech, I remember Dennis Scott, my boy Michael Christian got Dennis Scott to go down.
Right.
Then Dennis Scott got Kenny Anderson.
Right.
And because of all of that, we got Stephon Marbury. Because Coach Crimmins was trying to make it like the A train, directly from New York right to Atlanta and come play at Georgia Tech. So I think I had a lot to do with, you know, trying to make it. If school is pretty tough. Georgia Tech is a tough school.
Right.
Yeah, you have to be a disciplined student to graduate. Did I tell you I graduated? Anyway, you have to be. You got to be disciplined.
You ain't tell me you graduated, but okay.
You got to be disciplined to graduate from that great institution, boy. Because I had one class, Flavor, man. The teacher walked up to me.
Yeah.
And I had gone back to graduate, right? I just finished playing in the NBA Finals.
Right.
And losing in game, in 88, losing in game 7.
Right.
And the teacher walked up to me and said, "Why does everybody come around you?" Like he didn't even know I had just played in the finals. That's how much they didn't care. They were like, "Yeah, your test is on this day. You got to study this." And so I appreciated that they, at Georgia Tech, they don't give away scholarships. You ain't coming in and not going to class. You're going to be a student and then an athlete.
Right.
So anybody that's thinking about where their kids should go play sports, if you want them to be well-rounded, don't go to the school that gives you stuff now, because that's nothing. You go something that gives you things that help you in your life. And Georgia Tech did that for me.
Right.
Yeah, so my degree is worth something. It's not just on the wall from Walmart. Even though Walmart is one of the greatest places in the world, and the chairman happens to be a Georgia Tech alumnus. I'm just saying, we put out greatness.
No doubt. Hey, yo, I just wanted to mention one more thing about this Big 3 thing, man.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are on the way to the Bahamas.
Yeah, man. We go to Bahamas.
Ice Cube, man. Ice Cube, you's a bad motherfucker, fam. I swear to God, G, you the best that did it and got away with it. I just gotta say, G, my dude, I'm so proud of you, bro. Word up, man.
Yeah,
the
man.
greatest
Thank you
thing.
for the job, dog. Appreciate it.
Yeah, greatest thing, man. You created Ice Cube. Word up, G. You
Give John Salley a raise next season. Who said that? Who said that? Hire that kid.
hey, there's a ghost in the room. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Yeah, man. I'm taking my whole family. This trip is my family vacation.
That's dope,
So,
man.
yeah, it's gonna
I want
cost
you guys
me.
to have a good time out there, man,
Planning
at the
on it.
Atlantis. And you know what? I'm going to try to come out there for them games.
Oh, really?
I'm going to try to come to the Bahamas. I think I'm coming to Bahamas.
Well,
I want to come. I want to come to the Bahamas to see the Big 3.
I'm leaving Thursday morning.
Thursday morning.
You know, I got this private jet company called Hendrix Jets. So
Wow.
Make sure you check that at hendrixjets.com. And if they were flying us that way, I was going to book it. But they're flying us on the wonderful Delta that I get a whole lot of points on. So I'm happy. But
yo, that's dope.
yeah, man. Because I started thinking about it. I'm going to just be involved in everything.
Is this a company that you're involved in? Did you invest in the company
man,
and everything? So you got jets?
Yeah, we got jets. Yeah, because I sit around and I pay attention.
Can your boy Flav get a flight?
Hendrix Jets. Hold on. Did I give you? I think I gave you the card. Yeah.
You gave me a card.
I gave
but
you the
now,
card.
can your boy Flav get a flight?
Yeah, and think
Because I
about
know
it.
these private jets, man. Let me tell you something, man. To fly from here to Vegas, ain't that like 4 G's?
Depends on what material, what equipment. See,
it-
I ain't even talking like a jet owner. Y'all call it a
say
plane,
it's
I call it
$4,000
equipment.
a flight or something like that. See, I don't know
No.
about private jets because I
No.
don't never really fly on
No,
them.
there was a
but-
thing. There was a thing I don't like mentioning
yeah.
other companies. I don't like mentioning other companies, but they kind of went bankrupt with $200 million of people's dough, and like people, that's messed up. You invest in this, and you want to be able to take these jets. I guarantee you, we get back when I was working with my boy Barrett LaRota. We were doing the Trinidad Tobago Jazz Festival, and we had Diana Ross. I flew on a jet with Gladys Knight and
Wow.
we had En Vogue,
I love Gladys. I
Whitney
love me
Kane,
some Gladys.
Elton John, all of these cats, but they need jets. And we had this one situation where it was one of my favorite people was Mary J. Blige. And I was like, hey, use our jet company. And she was like, nah, I got my guy. And she was married at the time. And I said to her guy, I said, yo, tell me the tail number on your jet. And he told me the tail number. And I said, all right, I'm going to get you the same jet for this price. They go, you can't do that. And I got them a better price, and they still paid more.
Wow.
Because they didn't realize that what the whole business was. And so, people just say, hey, somebody's paying for this private jet. I'm going to be on this, but I'm going to use my guy. We still going to use the same jets. We use better jets, though. The jets we use, we know the owners. We know the maintenance. So, God willing, the situation that happened with a lot of people dying on private jets in the past, not mention any names, we don't put our clients in that position because I fly on it. So if I'm going to fly on it, I'm not going to be in the situation where I got to sit around with rosary beads. I want the best equipment going. So HendrickJets.com. Make sure you say that.
HendrickJets.com. How many jets y'all got?
Well, we have used of.
Can I get a jet? Can I get a jet? No, I'm just joking.
20 different pieces of material of equipment.
Wow, yo, that's dope. 20 jets.
20 on call. So that's another thing too. When guys say I own my jet, a lot of people don't. They don't own their jets.
They don't own the jet. They just.
There's some like Mayweather owns his jet. He uses it too.
Yeah.
But a lot of people,
like Drake owns his own private plane.
Well, think about
his
this.
His ain't a jet. His is a plane.
Yeah,
yeah. Drake got a plane.
Jet plane.
Everybody else got jets. Drake's got a plane. Word, yeah. I can't wait to get him in here one day.
Oh, that he would love to be in front.
I would love to sit down and get it in with Drake one day.
He's a historian though when it comes to this hip hop.
Yes.
Yeah, he is no joke. He don't pull.
Hey, and not only that, but he's also a basketball historian too, man. Yeah, man. Word up, because he be having everybody with him. He be having Steph Curry with him. He be having Kevin Durant with him. Mm-hmm. He be having everybody with him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Drake loves basketball.
Yeah, he should. Come on down to the Big Three, Jake.
I wonder, can he play?
Yeah, man. He broke his ankle doing this. That's why he was like he said, I'm like a broke ankle. Ain't nothing to play with. Yeah, I know lyrics and lines. Drake's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
So anytime I hear anybody talk smack about him, I always pay attention to why they would do that.
Right.
Because the cat definitely. Well, I had an artist, I still do. He's still one of my good friends, Chaos, K-O-S. Kevin's original sound of what it used to mean. Then he changed it to Knowledge of Self. He's still putting out music too. He was rhyming and singing. In '96, he got the Much Music Award Best Artist, Rap Artist.
Yeah.
When I took him to Diddy, they said, and Heavy at the time, they were like, man, nobody wants to hear artists singing or rapping. They want to hear him rap. God rest his soul. But before Heavy died, he had a whole singing album, and Heavy's whole album was
wow
in the words, and then Queen Latifah proved to everybody she can sing, and that was the deal. Drake just mixed it with swag and bravado. He's talking to the people who buy the records, and I love that he does that. And I love that Lil Wayne, not even knowing he was taking a shot on him, took the shot on him, and is proven to be the best or the biggest artist in the world.
Wow.
So I love that about Drake, man. I love him.
Hey, yo, it's the third time you mentioned Hev, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I do miss my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And also, we were all out on the road together at the time when his dancer, Trouble T-Roy, had died.
In Indiana.
Because matter of fact, I had my kids out on the road with me, too, as well. You know what I'm saying? So after we got off, after Heavy D and them got off stage, then it was time for Public Enemy to go on stage. And while we were on stage, that's when that thing happened.
The tragedy.
That's when the tragedy happened with Trouble T. You know what I'm saying? And we
for those who don't know, Trouble T was on in Indiana. They had this big upstairs ramp, and he was sitting on the wall.
Right.
And something happened, and he jugged and went backwards.
Let me tell you what the something was. They were playing with a garbage can, and they were rolling the garbage can down the mountain, down this ramp to hit each other. And the garbage can was coming his way, and he jumped up on the wall to clear the garbage can, but the garbage can hit his feet. And when the garbage can hit his feet, he fell backwards like 40-something feet. It's a 40-something foot drop, and he landed directly on his head.
Wow.
So When we got off the stage, John, they told us what happened. We all rushed over to the hospital, man. You know what I'm saying? We shut the whole tour down. We shut the whole tour down. Yep, we shut the whole tour down. Us, Latifah, everybody. We shut the whole tour down. And I remember going in the room and looking at Troy laying there, and his head was real big. He was on the respirator and the whole nine. So his mom's, man, pulled the plug, because she's like, yo, I'm not letting my son stay around like this. You know what I'm saying? We shut the whole tour down. All the buses drove out to New Jersey to go bury Trouble T. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And also, you know, when we shot the video for self-destruction, you're headed for self-destruction. One of the famous pictures is me sitting on Heavy D's shoulders eating a sandwich.
Heavy.
You know what I'm saying?
The reason you were doing Heavy was like, give me my sandwich.
Yeah. So remember when he had this record out, You Can't See What I Can See, and then they sampled me. You blind, baby. You blind from the facts. They were shooting a video over at Universal. I was hanging out with Mike Tyson that day, because he was staying right over here in Westwood. No, man, we must have had about, I don't know, maybe 26 cars deep. Because everybody, you know, was hanging out with Mike and everything. We went up to Universal, went up in there and shot the video and everything with Hev. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I miss my boy, man.
So when Heavy D passed away, and we were all at his funeral, I walked up to his coffin to make a speech, and I turned around and I said, you know what? Right now, I just want to let y'all know one thing that Heavy is saying right now to everybody. He's saying, you can't see what I can see.
I was there, man. I was there. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It was the first funeral I ever cried at.
Yeah, man.
I have a different mentality about death. So, but that one got to me. I don't know why.
And what made me go there, before we go, but what made me go there was because also you had mentioned the name Chaos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a homie named Chaos out in Las Vegas. And he's the head chapter leader of the Rough Riders in Las Vegas.
Really?
So when DMX, God bless him, passed away, which was my good friend, I mean, she was good friends with with all of us and everything.
Right.
That was my dude, man. And you know, when I had my fried chicken restaurant out in Vegas, man, he came by, showed me love like crazy. There was a time when DMX had got locked up and everything. I flew out to Arizona to go bail him out. But by the time I got there, he was already out. You know what I'm saying? But and that really took a chunk out of me when he passed away too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I was with Chaos and the Rough Riders and everything. We did a tribute ride to him out in Vegas.
That's hot.
Man, so many bikes, bro, out there.
I gotta get you some Beyond
Mad shout out to Chaos. Yo, Chaos!
For that chicken, man. You still got the place in Detroit, right?
Huh?
You still got the chicken joint?
No, I shut it down because the business wasn't ran right.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good, because you didn't have Beyond Meat chicken in there.
Huh?
You didn't have Beyond Meat chicken in there.
Hey, yo, check this out. Let me tell you something, man. There's two people that I had come inside my restaurant, and they can vouch to you that I got the bomb chicken. LL Cool J.
I know.
And you can actually, hey, wait, hold on. You can ask your boss, Ice Cube. I had both of them come to my restaurant, G. You know what I'm saying? Word up on the trip.
All right, Flav, I got to go, man. I got 5 minutes to pick my kid up.
Everybody, my man John Salley in the building.
JohnSalley.com.
Thank you so much for coming through, man.
Hey,
before we leave,
yeah,
is there anything else, lastly, that you want to put out there to the world? Anything you want to say to the world, whatever, put it out there right now.
JohnSalley.com. Order yourself some Better Belly, BETTA. Better eating today, tomorrow, always. flatten your stomach, get rid of cancerous cells, live life to the fullest, live and let live, meaning don't eat anything that has a life.
Restaurant.
Oh, Plant Organics, go check that out, 420 East Hospitality Lane. If you're going to Palm Springs, to the outlets, you got to stop. If you're coming back from Palm Springs, you got to stop. You got to come support. You got to support black business. If you don't support black business, all you're going to be doing is eating food that has no seasoning. Support.
Everybody, John Salley. Thank you so much, family.
Fingers.
Word up. Yeah, boy! Hey, yo, let me tell you something. This man right here in my studio, I just want everybody to know, as short as I am, I just slam dunked all y'all. I just slam dunked all y'all, G. So thank you, John.
Man, everything, Flav. I appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you more, man.
Definitely. And
I used to be tall like you till I started smoking.
Yeah.
They say it's not your growth.